Well, I let me take you guys through how to create an artwork like this, which is inspired by Arcane. So yeah, wrap it up. Let's get it. First of all, I'm gonna show you like the way I worked with these different layers. Alright. Since it's a solid color with few shadings, you can later change the color if you want, but this is how I do it. And then with some brush strokes, I decide what kind of feeling do I want to show in this background. Like far away, you need to have like stars, but I wanted to have the painted effect, all this stuff. Moving on, I try it with different layers, different colors, darker colors, lighter colors, different shadings, and of course I add one background image throughout the whole artwork, that it makes the process faster and no one will notice it. It's just to give that fine detail. I reduce one by one and check which ones that I would not like to have it. And for example, that layer, I would not like to have it. It feels too much, so get rid of it. This piece, which is like the hex gate thing from the series, let me show you how I did this. So go the crop tool, let me pick some colors out here. I actually go for like really bright colors for this thing, because later if it's too bright, you can always come back from it and be like, nah, this is too much. See what I can get. Yeah, let's say we got this, right? Now we have like this nice colorful. I start to remove these small pieces, and obviously you are gonna need to have like a nice flow in them, like a nice direction in them. And I go back and give it this hand remove, like this effect where it's gonna have a little bit of depth, like it's gonna have like this. Oh, this has volume in it. You see that it has some volume in it, and it's to give that effect of having volume in something. Alright, moving on. So let me show you how to make this happen. I'm gonna show you all the layers, and I'm gonna explain what I've done so you can follow up with it. I'll explain what the last layer is later. So I have this base layer that I work with. Like I said, on the background is the same for characters, whatever. And I start to like add the lights, the shades with quick and simple brush strokes. And yeah, you go here, and if you guys need me to explain about color palettes, just let me know and I'll give like a nice explanation of how to find these colors that make things look good. And at whichever point you guys need to know what I've exactly done, just pause the video and check what it looks like. So yeah, I'm adding lights, I'm adding shadows. I'm trying to figure out, okay, the hair goes here, which color am I going to use as the shadow, which color am I going to use as the light. So until this point I'm just experimenting with colors, and now I'm like, all right, let me start adding details. So I block out different pieces. For example, I block out the mouth, I block out the eyes, I block out the neck, like the jawline, because if you see on Arcane, they have like really sharp jawlines on every character. It's like a characteristic thing. So I start adding slight details, more things on the hair, and now I go for like the completely white hair. More details, more details. Now it's just me adding light shadow, and around here I start adding like the counter lights. More details for the hair, and then I bring her shoulders, and when it comes to here, I'm almost done with the character. Now that's when it comes to the first layer that I told you guys about. So this is actually the layer that gives it that emission motion blur kind of effect. It's just me shading some colors around the whole character with a few opacity. Yeah. Now moving on to Ekko. Let me rotate this. As you can see, I have less layers in this, and the reason being, while I was doing powder, I was trying to figure out how am I going to do this. By the time I finished it, I know how I'm going to do it, so I have less layers on Ekko. Same way you can see on the down, I have like that motion blur kind of layer. So first, foremost, I actually made the mistake of adding 2 layers in one, but no one's gonna know. And layer by layer, I started in details, counter lights, shadows, and now I'm giving more definition to the face muscles. Obviously here I have the face stat that Ekko has. Actually I was playing with different layer types for it. This was like the first painting that I did. I was going through it, and this was the combination that I liked the most. So the process was like this. I added this first, duplicated it, blurred the layer out, and then I added the shadows. Moving on, I have the counter lights, giving it the effect, and here I start adding details, the hair. Let me show you how I did this one, just in case you guys are wondering. Imagine I had this shape selected. Oh, I picked the color up. Let me see. Let me go for this. Color up. Let me paint this guy up. Big. Alright, let's go for this guy. A little bit of this. White. Just to shade the things out. I take it out and boom. I have that feeling of the hair. But yeah, that's actually the process of me doing this artwork. This artwork, you can have it on different orientations. Just see if it works on all of them, just to make sure it's nice in any way, you know. Especially if you're doing artwork like this, check it how it looks like upside down, how it looks vertically, to make sure people can use it in different ways. Yeah, and if you guys are wondering the layout that I'm working with, it's always, well, not that one, this one that I work in, 3840 2160 into 3000 ppi resolution, and I work in 16-bit of color default. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the process, and if you have any questions, just put it down on the comments. Next time that I upload a video, hopefully I'll try to explain more things that you guys need to know. And yep, peace out. Also, please press the subscribe thing, because people say it helps. I don't know, I don't believe in it. Maybe I do. Okay, I'm gonna believe in it from now on.